Switch is being difficult.
Welcome to Nintendo Dads, episode 554, recorded on December 18th, 2025. On this week's episode with special guest Joey Ferris, we talk about no news is good news, but lots of games coming to Nintendo Switch too. And we talk Metroid Prime with Joey, but we promise not to spoil things. Jesse, you know what to do.
I hate to actually us right at the beginning of the show, especially since I've been off for like 3 weeks. But is it 554 or 558? Because our notes say 558 and Tim says 554.
Did I say 554?
You did.
It is 8.
I said 558.
Well,
I read it right
then
off
welcome
there.
everyone to episode 558 of Nintendo Dads. Here I am back from my adventures in California fixing everyone's mistakes. No. If there's any mistake on this podcast, it's me. But hey, you're listening to Nintendo Dads, and joining us on the show this week is our good friend Joey Ferris from Game Explain, Ferris Wheel Pro, all kinds of things. I'm getting that right?
You are getting it right. No longer at Game Explain, but yeah.
No longer at Game Explain. I'm sorry. Formerly.
It's good you bring that up because I think that's the only reason why I kind of have a following.
Okay. All right. Well, we are glad that you're joining us on the show tonight. Also on the show tonight, Mr. Tim Alf and Mr. Jesse Waldack. Justin is apparently intimidated by you, Joey. He booked you for the show and then fled into the hills of Canada. And
bummer.
And so, Tim, Jesse, how you doing, guys?
Oh, doing good here. Just it was a normal week until I found out Joey was going to be on here, and I had to hurry and go brush up on my Metroid lore and sure I was, going to be good enough to be in his Metroid presence. So,
thank you. To be honest, there's a lot I still don't even know lore-wise. Like, confession, I still haven't read that origin story manga yet.
I didn't know there was one.
There is. I think it was. I want to say it was a Nintendo Power or like one of the Japanese Nintendo things.
I think I have a PDF of it on my iPad, and I just never got around to reading it.
It's very important.
I may need you to drop me an email. So
I'm sure trying to get through this thing.
Yeah, same here, dude.
So
yeah,
I'm trying to get through all that.
Speaking of books, I have a book I'm going to talk about later on in what I've been playing. I haven't been playing it, but I've been reading it.
Nice.
We'll get to that here in a minute. Jesse, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. It seems like a long week just because everyone is trying to squeeze in last minute meetings at work because next 2 weeks are going to be nothing's going to happen. And meetings just drain me. So I'm exhausted already. Mm-hmm. So hopefully, yeah. But I'll be getting most of the 2 weeks off as well. So hopefully I can come back in January a little bit rejuvenated.
I have been experiencing a lot of meetings lately that could have been emails. And so I think that I get exactly where you're coming from. But hey, we're going to put work aside because this isn't work. This is fun. We're sitting down, hanging out with some friends, not just around the table here, but including you that are listening to us. And so we don't have a lot of news this week. In fact, we have none. But we are going to head on over to the news. So, Jesse, you know what to do. And our news is brought to us each and every week by you guys over at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads, where for as little as $1 a month, you get access to an ad-free feed of the show and the greatest community that is on the internet. And so we want to say a huge thanks to all of you over there at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads, but also all of our folks who follow us using your Twitch Prime subscription or just a Twitch subscription in general. You also get access to the Discord. Of course, there's other tiers too. $5 gets you the full slate and sub-channel of all the sub-channels in the Discord. $10 pre and post-show audio. $30 you get to come on the show and be a Patreon producer. And so if you are here at the end of the year and you have a little bit of funds that you're like, hey, I don't know what to do with these, we would like them. We'll take them and we'll turn them into being able to go to events, being able to buy equipment to help the show, and also be able to be sure that we have first looks of brand new games and all kinds of accessories and things for you to check out over on our YouTube channel. And by the way, if you're not a subscriber and a follower over there on YouTube, Twitch, X, all our social media, go do that, mash all the buttons, do all the things. And you can even get a year-long subscription over at Patreon, and we give you a month for free. And so head over to patreon.com/Nintendo Dads and become a member today. We love you guys. And again, you've helped us do some really great things over the last few years. Be able to go to PAX. A few years ago, we were able to meet. If you're a new listener, a few years ago for episode 400, we were able to meet up in New York and do Extra Life together. And it was because of our Patreon community, friends of the show. And so thank you so much for all the things that you do. Literally no news this week. Nothing really of consequence happened. A handful of games did get updates from Nintendo, including Pikmin 4, Mario Tennis Aces for some reason. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate got a Switch 2 release. Rogue Prince of Persia's out. We'll talk about a few of those here in just a minute, but not a whole lot. So I thought this would be a great time. It's not news, but Joey, since you're hanging with us on the show tonight, and we may have some listeners who don't know you and have never heard you or seen you before, would you take a minute to introduce yourself? Tell us where you're from, what you're doing, what you're involved in, and then it's like a handshake, right? Now we know each other.
Yeah, that's true. Well, thank you for having me on this show. How's it going, everyone? For those who don't know me, my name is Joey Ferris. I have been creating content on my own channel, Ferris Wheel Pro, for a while now. But a lot of you may know me from my work at Game Explained. I was there from 2020 to 2024, and that's like the place where I put out a lot of Nintendo Switch coverage. What a crazy 4 years it was. But now I'm back here on my own channel doing stuff. A lot to do with Metroid, of course. I talk about other things, but since it's been like how many years waiting for this game, I just decided to go full force on like Metroid coverage, which I know is going to be a big topic on this episode. So always excited to talk about that.
Awesome. So you can go over on YouTube and check him out at Ferris Wheel Pro, Ferris Wheel, like you think it would be spelled, Ferris Wheel Pro. And so be sure to go over and give him a like and subscribe as well, and check out some of his Metroid content. It's top tier. I don't know anybody besides Tim that knows as much about Metroid as Joey. And so that's really cool. And so we're glad to have him. Before we do get into the Metroid talk and the rest of the show, we do want to update our releases and kind of show you where some things are at, things you may not be aware of. Rogue Prince of Persia came out this week, so you can check that out right now on the eShop. There is a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of that, and as I've already alluded to, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate got a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade today, so if you already own that game, it's a $2.49. That's here in the North American territories, $2.49 to upgrade to the Switch 2 version of that. Also out this week, Rayman 2, The Great Escape, and Tonic Trouble are on the Nintendo 64 Classics app. And then coming out soon, Animal Crossing New Horizons 3.0 update is due January 15th, and Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is on January 22nd. And it has a demo out right now that will let you play like the first 30 minutes-ish of the game. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to what we've been playing. I definitely want to dig into that. And then kind of on the horizon for next year, don't forget the Woolhaven DLC for Cult of the Lamb. Dispatch has been announced for Switch and Switch 2 on January 29th. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined on February 5th. Mario Tennis Forever on February 12th. And then Resident Evil gets a huge set of releases on the 27th with Requiem and the Generation Pack coming out on Switch 2. And then Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection finally gets a release date March 27th of 2026. And y'all, 2026 is literally just around the corner, 2 weeks away. And so I fully expect that somewhere within February-ish, we'll probably get some form of communication from Nintendo kind of outlining their spring to summer plans, because I sure hope so. Because once you get past that Mario Wonder update that they announced, there's not a whole lot out there. It's out there. We just don't know about it, right? And so be sure to check out our YouTube channel for lots of first looks and things.
You heard it here first. February Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, sure.
Source, I made it up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, like a lot of sites on the internet.
Source history.
You can do that thing. Source, yeah, pretty much around that time. So unless you guys have some news I don't know about, that's our news for the week. Anything?
No, I looked at
make up
our
stuff.
normal. I looked at the normal places we get our sources from, and none of them sounded interesting. Like, it's rough to be a writer for a site like that when there's like nothing going on. Your articles are about the smallest of things.
Yeah,
I do like that we're getting a lot more Switch 2 editions of games. I made a Twitter post like a few months ago, and I was just like, I really hope we get more Switch 2. Like, I was saying I was kind of disappointed that we don't have as many Switch 2 editions of games, because I felt like when PS5 and Series X came out, there's just so many next gen updates for that, like right out of the gate. But now now I have that Twitter post has aged pretty terribly that I made. We're getting Switch 2 versions left and right. Hollow Knight, the first one's getting a Switch 2 edition, which is really exciting, along with free Silk Song DLC. And I'm really excited for Dispatch, because I was just thinking I want to get into that game, and now it's coming to Switch 2, and it's Switch 1 and Switch 2. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Mikey wants us to talk about the Wii Remote lawsuit, but I don't know anything about it other than apparently Nintendo won the case.
News to me. Congratulations, Nintendo, our favorite $1 trillion company.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. I got it. Nintendo finally won a Wii Remote patent lawsuit. It's been fighting for 15 years. In other words, 3 console generations. Nintendo claimed victory in its extremely long-running battle against Big Ben Interactive, which has since renamed Nacon, and has been awarded a judgment of $7 million. The actual damages Nintendo has been awarded count for around half the amount, while the rest is made up of interest since the case dragged on for so long.
Wow.
That's crazy. So where this originated is back in 2010. Nintendo said a third-party Wii controller made by Big Ben at that time infringed on its own patents and caused the company to lose money. Without that third-party controller on the market, Nintendo argued customers would have otherwise bought more Wii remotes. Wow.
Going after the big dogs, Nintendo.
Yeah. They won't. Well, so there you go, Mikey. Here's what we're going to say. I don't have anything favorable to say about that. And Mama said, if you ain't got something nice to say, don't say it at all. Yeah. So,
again, $7 million sounds like a lot of money, but to Nintendo, it is. I don't even think the lawyer's fees covers it.
Yeah. Wow.
It is inconsequential.
It does tell us that Nintendo doesn't mess around when it comes to, them people like Big Ben creating comparable hardware to sell in competition with Nintendo. So
yeah,
I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I know there are multiple cases where not necessarily Nintendo, but other companies too, larger companies too, just keeps it going until the other company literally runs out of money and can't pay their lawyers anymore, and they gotta just die. They have to kill the lawsuit from there. So
isn't that great?
Apparently didn't need to go here, but still, that's a lot in lawyers' fees.
Yeah.
Don't that just give you holiday warm fuzzies? Right?
Yeah, warm something.
Yeah. Nintendo. What, okay, guys. Okay.
It's business. It's business.
It is business. And people wonder why we're afraid of the Nintendo Ninjas. This is why. Because they will come after you for 15 years.
This is also why we can't do shirts with the name
the way we want to. Yeah.
No, it's because we can't do shirts because we decided to name our podcast Nintendo Dads.
Yes.
And apparently the only people in the world who can use the name Nintendo is Nintendo. Yes. So there you go. Just be glad they've not copyrighted the word game or video game.
Even the mushroom symbol that we've highly edited with headphones, a wink, a mustache, and a tie every now and then gets knocked.
They wouldn't even let us put the phrase carting and farting on a shirt. I mean,
Well, that's because we did have Mario on a cart on it too.
We did. It should have been like you on a cart or me on a cart.
I did change it up though, but we can look at that later.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the work you did to try to fix it. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead into our Let's Discuss section. We're going to move our guest spotlight that we normally do in our community spotlight toward the end of the show up to this point. And we're going to focus now here on Joey again. I know you've introduced yourself to us, but I know you said you've been creating content. So for people who maybe, again, aren't familiar with it, what have you been up to lately?
Lately, I've just been trying to work on I'm trying to work on a script for my big, huge Metroid Prime 4 review type video. I've been doing some off-the-cuff unscripted stuff, but that's just to, keep the channel alive for between like breaks of scripted videos, which I much prefer to do, but they take a lot longer. Mm-hmm. So that's just what I've been up to lately. I've also just been taking care of my family, straightening up the house, just the normal dad stuff we all do here. But yeah, and I'm going to be a guest at my local gamer convention, Sat Gamers Expo, this weekend in Sacramento, California. So if by any chance any of you listening are in the area, come on by, say hi, take a picture with me or insult me. I don't care. As long as you come to my booth, please.
You should, I don't know how
what's the dates and times on that again? For those who might be in the area?
That would be December 20th and 21st. That's Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday show starts at 11, goes until 6, and Sunday it is from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Cool. So go check him out if you're in that area. Did you watch the Game Awards?
I sure did. I streamed it with my friend Alan. I didn't stream it on my channel. I streamed on his channel.
Okay. What'd you think?
It was all right. Such how the story goes, right? It's usually the case with these things. I guess the last year's show was much better, though. I will say, I would not say that show was fine. That was actually really good. I just feel like this year there was just a lot of just sidelighting the awards, which I know that we accuse the show of doing a lot, but it really felt like this year they committed to sidelighting these awards, with so many of them just being Jeff standing there and just saying, and the winner is this, and the winner is, like we're talking 5 awards back to back to back of just him doing that, no presenting or anything. So I feel like that was kind of disrespectful.
And that's always been a thing, and I've always thought that was disrespectful.
Yeah, but I feel like this year was especially worse. Like there was way less just segments of them actually being announced and like having acceptance speeches, you know. Like maybe I'm
Hmm.
misremembering, but it really felt like they were really sidelined a lot this year. Um, and the announcements were
It was,
fine too, but yeah.
it was just kind of like a winter game fest, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And lots of trailers that were just pretty not lots of, but there was a few of the big announcements like Divinity with like the nastiest trailer ever, like in the history of ever. They were like, "How nasty do you want this trailer?" Yes. But the Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic was cool too, but it's just like I hate when these games get announced and they're just titles and then they don't come out for ages.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, it's just like a
2035.
clip for the next 2 years.
Hmm. It's just so
So
irritating.
if you were to give it a grade, what kind of grade would you give it?
I'd give it a C minus, and that's being
Okay.
generous. At least they had Mega Man. I'm not a huge Mega Man fan, but I know Capcom's been like
Ah,
That was
The way
that
my-
was the peak
look.
of the show for Marty.
the way my phone blew up like 5 to 10 seconds after that moment.
yes.
I was actually watching it live. We had gone back to our hotel room. We were actually in Disneyland
Oh
when it
wow.
was going on, and we had gone back to our hotel room because it just got insanely crowded that night for some reason,
Mhm.
like at dark, and we feet were tired and everything, and that came up, and I was like, "What is this game?" You know, and then I saw the password, and I was like, "Yep." I know what that number means. Me and my son, we both had we couldn't put it on the TV in the room. We had both had our phones out, and he was maybe like his feed was maybe 5, 6 seconds delayed past mine, and I start freaking out, and he's like, "What is it? What is it?" And I'm like, "It's Mega Man! It's Mega Man!" I was so excited, but then they hit the date on it, and I was like, "Oh, there's another example of that." Like, why does
Right.
that game like okay, like I know we're taking a side detour here, but I just gotta say this. Like,
It's totally fine.
it's Mega Man, and I
Yeah.
love Mega Man. But why is that gonna take another year and a half to make?
That was such a yeah, I don't think it's nearly as offensive because there still showed some gameplay at the very least.
Sure.
And 2027, like you said, it's really not that far away at this point because 2026 is around the corner.
Right. I mean, it
But
could be
yeah, it's
January 2027.
it could be. That would be nice, wouldn't it? My biggest, I wouldn't say fear, but I just hope for you Mega Man fans, it's not like December 2027.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking like Capcom has been crushing it with like almost all their franchises but Mega Man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's your Star Boy, dude. That's your Astro
Yes.
Boy.
Yeah.
He looks kind of
Yeah.
like Astro Boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like give him
It-
some love and Dino Crisis.
It kind of makes oh yeah, I'd love to see a new Dino Crisis, but it makes me kind of wonder if like there's more to the Mega Man thing this time. Like maybe is there some kind of like added mode, or is there something that's going to take that extra time for development? I don't. I mean, if they're fine tuning it, that's great because I definitely. I mean, it's got to be precision. But
Hmm. Yeah.
so are we ready at this point to? And this question is not in our questions, but I'm just gonna. It's off the cuff because I got to talk about this. Are we all ready to admit at this point that Jeff Keighley has some kind of Muppet like thing? Like he has some kind of Muppet
Oh my
fetish or
God.
something. Because it's every year. Like the first year, I was like, "Oh, it's the Muppets, that's fun," and then this year, it's like, "Oh, it's Miss Piggy again."
I'm fine
Oh
with
my
it.
God.
I enjoyed when the Muppets
I think
are in
it's
there
one of
ripping
the
on the Game
highlights of the
Awards.
show.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's okay.
I might bring
not
them
saying it's
every
bad.
year.
I'm just like, well, you know what they need to do next year is do it like the Muppet Christmas Carol. Jeff Keighley is the only real human being, and everybody else is a Muppet.
Yes.
Even
I would
the
watch
audience.
that. That's an
He's going to
A+.
have a Muppet made of him like the Nintendo execs did.
He
I-
was
some point.
his head was in that recent Muppets Haunted Mansion special. Like
Was it?
he was one of the singing like stone heads, I forget
That's
busts.
Huh.
Yeah, like it was blink and you'll miss it kind of deal. But
Maybe
yeah.
he just really does like he likes the Muppets.
Oh,
Like
he
that,
does big time. There's
yeah. He loves the
nothing
Muppets, and that's okay.
Yeah, there's no shame in that.
They should have next year's show run by the Muppet Show, where it's all this craziness in the background going on, Kermit running it and everything. And
I'm on board.
Reminds me of that E3 2015 Nintendo Direct, where they had the Muppet Reggie, Muppet Iwata.
Yes.
God, I miss those kinds of directs, but like I don't miss like the content, and if that makes sense, because their game output or like their game presentations was just so dry otherwise.
They had to be funny. They had to do something. I mean, Bill Trennan stealing the donuts because he got
Wii U era. What else could they do?
I love it.
They could still do both. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you guys are talking about Nintendo. How do you feel about Nintendo's presence this year at the Game Awards?
Practically non-existent.
Usually is, but there was a little bit more than usual, I thought.
It was the very small snippet of the Mario movie, right?
They did the Mario movie. There was a snippet of more mature games.
Yeah, but that wasn't really Nintendo. Those were third parties.
Oh, I know, but it was still Switch 2 commercial. And then there was the Metroid Prime 4 commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been very clear that Nintendo does not prioritize this show anymore, aside from advertising games that are already out or about to come out anyway. Right. Like, I feel like the last time they ever did like a world premiere at their show was in 2023. I think it was 23. Or was it 22? It was 22 when they announced Bayonetta Origins.
Okay.
And I think they also showed off Fire Emblem Engage DLC, which that's a fine announcement, but it's nothing like Joker and Smash.
Right.
Or like talking about Wii U era. Let's not forget how heavy their presence was in the first Game Awards show in 2014. The way they showed off Zelda, the Wii U, which we now know as Breath of the Wild, and they had Koji Kondo do musical performances. You felt like Nintendo was like the co-runner of that show with Jeff, with Reggie and Jeff. And now it's like completely different now.
Yeah. It's a different priority for them. They're in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
They were just happy to be getting some play back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Let's look. You just said it a minute ago. 2026 right around the corner. What are you looking forward to playing in 2026? What's on your radar?
Definitely Resident Evil Requiem. That's like the first one. I did pre-order the Switch 2 version with the what was it called again? The collection, the Generation Pack with Resident Evil 7 and Village, because it's just like you get those games for like $10 each with that package, and that's just too stupid good of a deal to miss out on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still debating like if I want to keep that pre-order, if the Switch 2 version looks fine, but it's not. Sometimes it looks like the frame rate's good, sometimes it doesn't look like it. I don't know. Like, even though I like my Switch 2, there are some times where I just prefer to play the better looking and better running version of the game. So, yeah, I'm excited for that, especially because it's coming pretty soon. And we know Leon's in it now, which is really like worst kept secret ever, right? But it's so cool. It's so cool to see him back and still kicking ass, especially after Resident Evil 4 remake. So, yeah. I'm excited for that one. And the only other game I know coming out next year that I'm really excited for, like more excited for than Resident Evil, is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
If only because it looks like a new Arkham game.
With Lego.
Lego Arkham game, yes.
That was my other disappointment, was finding out that that's going to be like a May release. I was like, that I want to play that now, and I mean, I know, good things come to those who wait, but man, I'm hyped. Anytime a new Lego game comes out, I'm kind of hyped for it. I still think that Lego City Undercover is one of the best games.
That's right.
Like I tell people all the time, I'm like, guys, if you want to play Lego Grand Theft Auto, you want to play Lego City Undercover.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just it has the same vibe, like
I wonder
you
if
just
we'll
go
get a
around
Switch 2 edition of that one.
That would be nice.
I mean, we did get a Switch version of it, which was a huge upgrade over the Wii U version. Definitely, significantly improved load times and things like that, and it goes on sale a lot.
And it does run more stable on Switch 2. It's so funny. Like when the Switch 2 came out, one of the first videos I just came across for it was Lego City Undercover running on Switch 2. And I'm like, this somehow looks better, even though it's the same. It's just that the frame rate's not as choppy now on Switch 2, which is always nice.
Yeah. It's worth noting that's a single player game. Too, by the way, for those of you who like to play your Lego games co-op, like with kids and stuff. I also wonder, Joey, I think I've seen this somewhere, but is Lego Batman, the new one, is it single player only or is it 2-player? I think I saw some footage like of Batman and Robin fighting together.
I could have sworn it was a co-op game too.
I hope
it would surprise me if it's not.
I really hope it is, because that is the only video games that my wife will play with me are Lego games. And the occasional round of Mario Party where she multiple times before it's over with, she says things like, and this is why I don't play video games.
Well, I have bad news for you. I just looked this up. According to Insider Gaming on August 21st, so I don't know if like this information has been redacted or not. There is no online multiplayer or co-op. Well, online. Is there local though? Do I have to skim this whole article? Ugh.
I wouldn't have expected online, but
yeah.
Because the split screen co-op.
Never mind. It's split screen co-op confirmed.
Yes.
Crisis averted. Everybody.
Yes. I'm so excited because she will in 2026. She will play at least one video game with me.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
So overall, I mean, like you said, you're going to probably play Requiem maybe on another console, but. Is there one like Switch 2 game that sticks out for you or anything like that you just say that's like that's the game I want to play?
Oh, that's a really good question. There's nothing that really jumps out at me yet. Okay. Maybe the Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Yes. Because I'm a big enjoyer of Yoshi's Crafted World. Or not Crafted World. I take that back. No, not that one. I think that was a major disappointment after Woolly World. Woolly World on Wii U was a fantastic game. I know Yoshi the Mysterious Books is going to be more like Yoshi's Story on the Nintendo 64, but it's still, it could be a good time. But right now, there's nothing that like majorly excites me, exclusives-wise, for Switch 2. Third-party stuff, if Lego Batman looks really good on Switch 2 and runs really well, like I pray it's 60 FPS, but it probably won't be. I'll get it on Switch 2. But
so is there any game that you hope comes to Switch 2 in 2026?
Oh, so many. So I'm trying to think. I had a whole video about this, and I know that there's some games that
could be first party, could be third party. Like just blue sky dreaming. What do you hope we see?
I'm so unoriginal. I just want Prime 2 and 3 on Switch 1 and Switch 2. For the love of God, why aren't they on? I think we'll talk about this later, but I think Nintendo really did a disservice by not releasing 2 and 3 on Switch 1 and 2 before Prime 4. But yeah.
I will agree with you there. 100%.
That's something we always talked about. Every time we talked about Prime Remastered, are they going to do 2 and 3 remastered? Are they going to bring it as a collection? Is it going to be over on the NSO and the GameCube now? It's just nothing right now. So we thought even that because of how close we were getting to the Prime 4 release, it was like, okay, maybe NSO, they'll drop it around the same time, but just nothing.
Even NSO would not be enough, I don't think, because Prime 3 is not going to be available on NSO because there's no Wii NSO.
That's the Wii game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Prime 2, Prime 2 tank controls, a lot of people are going to try that, and they're going to be like, nope. They're going to nope out right away. So we need like modern versions of these games. Be it like as remastered as the first remaster was with like beautiful overdone graphics. I would even take an HD port of those two games. I don't care. Yeah. Like just make them playable for corn's sakes, Nintendo. But another thing came to mind. I'm dying for Witcher 3 Switch 2 edition.
There you go.
Dying for that game.
There you go.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to come soon because CD Projekt Red already has dev kits. They put out Cyberpunk. It was a fantastic Switch 2 port. So
yes, That is a great one to call out, because that is one a lot of people's radar in our community too.
Yeah, definitely. So we have another podcast in our family of podcasts. It's called Star Wars Dads. And they wanted to know, what are you looking forward to from Star Wars in 2026?
I don't even know.
They noticed you made a lot of comments about your experience with the Star Wars movies in the theaters, going with your mom and your sister and all that kind of stuff. So just, they were curious if there was anything you were looking forward to, because we have the new Mandalorian movie coming out next year.
That's right. Yeah.
And then there's a couple new shows coming out. I think the Ninth Jedi. And...
Oh man, here's the thing. I have hardly kept up with like anything Star Wars since like Rise of Skywalker.
I don't blame you.
I will mention this, and here's something you might want to be excited about. On February 19th, 2027, I know we're a little ways out, to celebrate the franchise's 50th anniversary, the original unedited Star Wars is coming back to theaters for one day.
Just one day.
That's crazy.
I thought that was lost media. So I didn't know about that.
Apparently it's not lost. So yeah, the original 1977 cut, meaning no CGI Jabba the Hutt, no Han shoots first, none of that.
Are they gonna keep the Jabba the Hutt scene though? AKA when he's like some big Irish fellow.
That wasn't even in the original. No,
I figured I don't think they would put that scene in there, but still they should, because that's amazing.
Something happened. Some tragic thing happened to Jabba between then and Jedi.
Yeah,
to where he was human.
I would
and then
like
became
another.
A slug.
Yes, I love how Han Solo just walks over his tail.
Yeah,
that was amazing. That's just, I love you, George.
That's a time that is a time when an edit was actually good, right? Like it made it better.
Yes,
so,
that was
that
was just LucasArts, just lights, whatever the ILM, they're showing off. Yeah, they were.
Just look what we can do. Yeah. It looks horrible, but we did it. So,
so I know you will probably save this for a video on your channel, but maybe you could pull back the curtain just a little bit here. What are some games that are in the running for your game of the year?
Oh, games are.
Metroid Prime 4.
Obviously, Prime 4. Like, it's not even a question. But I'm so unoriginal too, because I want to go back and play Expedition 33 again, but I'm waiting for like a Switch 2 version of that before I jump in again. I played it on Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass anymore, so that's like the only other way I'll play it again, because I skipped a lot of the side quests because I just wanted to brute force the story to finish it to the end. Still an amazing game when you do that. Very hard, but amazing, because that story is just fantastic. And people were so annoyed that it won so many awards at the Game Awards, and I'm like, you clearly haven't played the game then, if you're that irritated, because it is like, it really is like, taking my own personal bias out of the ring here for Metroid, it probably is like the best game of the year.
Yeah, on paper, it's a game I should like, except for I can't parry. I can't do.
You can't. It's hard.
In any game that requires parrying, I can't play.
You can't play Metroid Dread?
No.
Oh wait, yeah, you did. Yeah,
I got to the second enemy and stopped.
Well, those things are impossible, damn near impossible to parry on purpose.
I'll be honest with you, if there was a game where like all fast-paced action stopped and it came down to solving a PICROSS puzzle, Jesse would have it destroyed within the first 24 hours. He would speed run the game.
Yes. Amazing.
I'm all for Claire game coming to the Switch. I haven't played it yet, and I'm holding off playing it in hopes that it comes to Switch too.
Holding off playing what now?
2026. The Expedition 33.
Okay. I heard something. I heard Metroid PICROSS. I was very confused.
I would be all over that.
Yeah. I will say, kind of circling back to some news we got this year, and then we didn't hear about anymore. And I thought we would see at the Game Awards. I really had hoped we would get a date for Elden Ring on Switch 2.
Where is that? I feel like that game just up and left people's memory. It left Bandai Namco's memory.
The real lost media.
Yeah. I don't even know if that port is real. Like, what the hell?
Like, there was footage over the shoulder. People played it. It looked okay. It didn't look as disastrous as people said it did. And then it just poof. Oh, we need to work on it some more. And they Nintendo Ninja'd it into a.
There was like 2 different demos, it seemed like. There were some people who were like, this demo is horrible. And then there were others that were like, it's fine. What are you guys talking about? So it's like back and forth between those. And so they must have taken it back to work on some more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would hope so, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I know Elden Ring was a tough game to run when it came out on most platforms, such is the case of most From Software games. They just don't run very stable, which is ironic because you would want a Souls game to have stable FPS, but yeah. I'm not too stoked for this Switch 2 version just because I don't really care to revisit Elden Ring again. Or and when I say I don't care, I mean I'm too scared. I didn't. Elden Ring was my game of the year when it came out in 2022, but I've been too scared to revisit. Not literally scared, but it's just like I don't know if I have it in me to spend what little time I have playing games to just be frustrated beyond belief at bosses,
Yeah. Let me ask you this, actually, based on what you just said there. Now that you're a dad and busy with trying to balance everything with that, how has that impacted your gaming, do you feel?
I feel like I'm definitely more selective now on what I play. For now, I'm just thinking about this too. With Prime 4, I'm currently chipping at the hard mode right now on my second run through. But I was just thinking, man, when Dread came out, I played that game 3 times in a row. Yeah. So what's different now? Oh, I didn't have kids when Dread. I was about to. I was pretty close to my firstborn being born, but when Dread came out, I did it 3 times, a speed run and a hard. Was it hard? No, 100% run? I don't remember anymore because I know for a fact I would not have beaten that game on hard mode. Absolutely not. That game is way too difficult. I don't even know if Dread mode wasn't out yet. Game. Oh, seriously. So yeah, I just did that, and yeah, so that's why I've just been more selective, and it's just tough for me to go back to games I've already played in the past, unless a new a sequel to that game's coming out. That's when I'll find the motivation to play it again, but because I'll be playing it and I'm just I could be playing something I haven't played yet. Right. But it also just defeats, but at the same time that defeats the purpose of playing games. You play games to have fun, and it's okay to revisit something you haven't played in such a long time because you enjoy it. So that's something I'm always just grappling with myself.
Well, Marty plays Mega Man 2 every year, multiple times through the year, right, Marty? So that's your comfort food.
Yeah, it's it's soul food at this point. It's hey, I've had a bad day. I'm going to play Metroid or Mega Man 2. Yes. Sorry, it's either that or Super Mario 3 every time.
Mm-hmm. You have a game like that, Joey, where you got that comfort food where you just got to go back to it?
I don't not lately, I haven't, no, but sometimes, I hate to say this, but sometimes I'll be I feel like Vampire Survivors right now. I feel jumping into Vampires. I don't play it often.
Don't be afraid of Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
That's fun.
It is fun. It is really fun. But I don't. That's I don't even come back to it that often. But sometimes when I'm just sitting there and there's just the kids are doing one thing, but I can't turn on the TV because then they'll be "Ooh, TV!" So I'm just okay, I'll just. There's Vampire Survivors, but because of that though, I've been thinking, do I buy Bollock's Pit now? Because it sounds like my jam. If I like Vampire Survivors.
If you like Vampire Survivors, I think you like Ball Pit.
The thing about
I don't like Vampire Survivors, and I like Ball Pit.
The thing about Vampire Survivors to me is a lot like Balatro, and that is I'll play it like every now and then, but every like 2 or 3 months, both of those games will like kind of get a hook in me, and I'll play it endlessly for like a week, and then I'll be like, okay, I scratched the itch, and you can go away for a little bit,
right?
But I think it's in the ease, like the ease of startup, the simplicity. You can kind of chip away at it and whatever. So we've got a couple of community questions that we would love to get to for you. The first one is from one of our listeners. He goes by the name of Darth Platypus. So think about like Perry the Platypus dressed as Darth Vader. Here it is. Do you think Metroid Prime 4 closed the launch window for Switch 2? And if so, how do you think that went? If not, where do you put the end of that window?
I think it totally did. Like 6 months, I feel like that should be long enough for a launch window. Like if you want to go 12 months, that's a launch year. I wouldn't say call that like necessarily a window.
I almost wouldn't even call this launch window. I would have closed 3 months ago.
That's a good argument too. Yeah. But if it did, I honestly wish it did work out better, because I wanted that game to come out and be like universally loved and praised, because waiting for it has just been so, the wait has just been so stressful, so like frustrating. And even though I really liked the game, I think it really sucks that not everyone else did. They're not wrong for it. I'm just saying, like, why couldn't this been like just?
No, they're wrong.
They're wrong. Okay,
they're wrong.
100%. How dare they? But you compare it to when Metroid Dread came out. That was like universally beloved, and rightfully so. It's my second favorite Metroid game. Like Prime 1 is my first favorite, and it still is. You're never going to be able to top Prime 1. Like, sorry, but
so I think about like with the launch window. I know a lot of people have been like, the Nintendo Switch 2 only had this handful of games. But can you name another time where in a 6-month window of Nintendo we got a brand new Mario Kart, a brand new 3D Donkey Kong, brand new Pokemon, and brand new Metroid, all in 6 months? That's a pretty. I know it's not
the
Mario.
The only thing really missing is Mario.
And if you want, like, I know this is debatable, and I might catch some heat for this. But technically, there was Zelda there too because of the upgrade of Breath of the Wild and Tears, right?
And Hyrule Warriors.
And Hyrule Warriors, which, by the way, a lot of people crapped on ahead of time, and then it turned out to be a pretty awesome game. To me, that's a kind of solid first-party launch window. I mean, there's been a few missteps here and there. But I think that it's pretty much been good, and I would agree with you. I think Metroid Prime 4 does it's like, okay, now we're going into year 2 or whatever. You want to, or if you want to call it year 1, I don't like it's launched, and now here's year 1.
It's like still technically year 1, but I know what you mean exactly. It feels like a new year because it is literally going to be a new year. I know and then you compare it to like. I do think like part of the reason why people are a little underwhelmed, like especially you look at the critics' consensus for a lot of these games, like the meta scores for them, they're not super high, which like you can disagree all you want. Those aren't like definitive, like you should feel this way about these games, right? But it's still kind of like, that's kind of why also just the switch to like rage baiting has just been so bad this year. It's been so awful. So the hate train, we should just get rid of the internet, I think, and just play games without concerning ourselves with the opinion of lowlifes. I do.
The one that got. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. Also, the Switch 1's launch was just unbelievably incredible that first year. So I guess it's kind of unfairly being compared to the Switch 1's launch year, which was like lightning in a bottle.
Mario
had to come out with guns blazing.
Mario Kart, Splatoon, brand new IP, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild,
Xenoblade 2.
Xenoblade 2, like, I mean, 6 just back to back to back to back to back. Oh, and who can forget 1-2 Switch? I just like that was lightning in a bottle that's very hard to capture.
Yes.
And they did it. So, so I will agree with your assessment there. Another question we've got here for you from Eric Plunk. What is your favorite moment of your career in gaming media?
There's two that come to mind. Top two. I'll give you my top two. Number two was being in having my review quote of Metroid Dread being featured in the Accolades trailer, which was just like I ascended when I saw that. That was like unreal. I was like, "There's my quote." Immortalized. It doesn't say my name. It says Game Explained, but still, I said that ish.
I had that happen to me once too, but it was for a very more insignificant game. It was for a mobile game called Poker with Bob.
That's such a great name.
But back when I was with VG Tribune, I had a box quote, VG Tribune. I'm like, I said that.
Nice.
I said that. That's so great. It's such a great feeling.
Feels
and
good, right?
yeah, but my number one. The tentative. I don't know if I've got to feel like if I don't remember anything else, this has to be my number one, right? Going to a preview event for Alan Wake 2, which was like my second most if we're talking about most anticipated games, right? For me, number one was Metroid Prime 4. I'll never anticipate anything like that game again. But number two is Alan Wake 2. That was like my second most anticipated, and I got to go to preview event for it. I saw a Q&A with the director of the game, Sam Lake, with the cast of the game. It was just super cool being there. I was just like, this is it. Doesn't get much better than this, baby. And then actually like a year later or a few months later, I went to Summer Game Fest, and I actually just straight up talked to Sam Lake for like 15, 20 minutes. It was great because it wasn't even like an official interview. We were just chatting about like his process of making games and how like it was like talking, it was like the closest feeling I could get to talking to like Miyamoto or Kojima, stuff like that. Sam Lake is a legend. Like put some respect on that Finnish man's name.
Yes. That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. That brings to mind that way back in the days when Nintendo was scraping the bottom of the barrel, during the 3DS Wii U era and Yokai Watch came out, they actually quoted a tweet of mine in an advertisement for Yokai Watch, and I was like, "Wow, you guys are it's the regulars are on the day off or have a day off because you come and got mine." Well. Joey, thanks so much. Where can people find you online if they would like to interact with you, view your content, different things like that? Where are you?
I am everywhere at Ferris Wheel Pro. By everywhere, I mean like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and for some reason Threads. Why am I on that stupid website? I don't know. But people sometimes view my posts, so I have to post there sometimes.
Absolutely. Are we doing Guess the Arcade Game here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so to catch you up, Joey, we've been doing a game every week on the show. Tim originally came up with this idea, like mystery blind rankings. We did what did we do first? What was the first one, Tim?
It was the announcements for Smash characters.
We did Smash characters, and then Jesse did black box Nintendo first party releases for the NES, and then we did Mega Man bosses, Mega Man Robot Masters, and then we've had a listener send in some that we're going to start the new year with. But currently, we are doing Guess the Arcade Game, and so if you want to stick around and play with us, we do again. We want to be respectful of your time. From here, we'll afterwards we'll have a short ad and then do some what we've been playing, and then just know that you're free to go whenever you need to for your family. But we do want to thank you for joining us on the show this week. But I would love to get to a little bit of Metroid Prime 4 talk if you've got time to stick around.
I do.
Okay, so let's play this game. Let's guess the arcade game.
Okay, so again, to summarize the rules, I have 2, or in one case 3, but I don't think we'll get to that one today. 2 sound bites from an arcade game per game. I'll play the first one. Either DM me on on Discord or Twitter. My Twitter handle is Laffer2, LLAFFER2. If you want to do that, Joey.
Okay.
And then so you don't, your answer doesn't spoil it for others. If you get it on the first clue, you get 2 points. If you get it on the second clue, you get 1 point. And then after that, I'll reveal the answer, and then I'll keep score. The first 5 games I did were Burger Time, Pac-Man, Galaga, Frogger, Donkey Kong, just so you get the idea. All these games are early 80s arcade games, not always Nintendo games.
For sure.
Okay. Say the first time I did it, it was with Justin and Tim. Tim got 4 points, Justin got 0. All right, so here's game number 6. They're not all that long, but that's one of the longer ones.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got to DM that to you.
Okay. I see Marty's guess.
Gotta find your name.
I just pulled a name out of my butt. I have no clue. I have no clue.
You couldn't find anyone who's worse at remembering 80s arcade games than me.
Wait, did you send me a guess, or?
I did.
Okay, where did you send it to me? I don't.
Twitter.
Okay, let me. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see your guess. I have to look at the website for that. Okay, here's song 2.
Is this the same game?
Same game.
Can I change my answer?
You can change your answer, and if you get it right this time, you'll get 1 point instead of 2. Because I'm saying you didn't get it right the first time. No one did.
Shoot.
I like your answer. I like where you're going with that, Marty, but it's still not right.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he says IDK.
That's a great game. One of my faves. Also one of my favorite places to eat.
Yeah. Here's my guess. It's wrong. I know it's wrong.
Okay, yeah. No one got that one right. That was Junior Pac-Man.
Oh,
I would have never guessed.
It's Junior Pac-Man.
Oh my god!
Not in a million years.
Okay.
All right.
Now watch the games I've guessed are next, and I won't get them now. Okay.
Right,
we're all at 0.
7. So we're going to do 10, total of 5 games. So I'll do 6 through 10. So this is song 7.
Okay.
I know that one. What is that?
Oh my gosh. It's not right, but
I think I probably
more than
more often
I should have gone with my gut, but I don't
more
think
often
it's that
I'm
either.
gonna get it wrong. But
yeah, I can't believe you got 4 points last time.
I can't believe I did either.
He got Burger Time and Pac-Man
on the first try.
And that's all he got.
That's all I got after that.
Here's song 2.
Oh, I'm changing my answer.
Well, apparently my first guess was wrong.
Yeah, everyone's first guess was wrong. Joey goes, I give up. Yeah, this is kind of how I expected it to go. But
I have no guess.
Okay. Yeah, so that was Donkey Kong 3.
No!
I was so
close. That was my gut. Oh my gosh. I would have had 2 points.
Oh man.
I didn't think Donkey Kong 3 was an arcade game.
It was an arcade. Yep,
Oh
it was
my
an arcade
gosh!
game. 82, I think.
Oh my gosh! Idiot!
All right, use game 8.
This sounds like a gun that I used to play with in my grandmother's house that she bought me at the drugstore. That she threw away after a week.
I bet.
Because it made that sound.
Your song 2.
Nobody got the first one.
I don't have a guess after the first one. I'm sticking with my first guess.
I had 2 good guesses. The first one was wrong, obviously.
Nobody got the first time.
I didn't answer. I didn't say that yet. I can.
Okay.
I'll say it now. No one did. No one got it right.
Oh,
Yeah, you've been doing it up to this point, so that's why I was wondering.
okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Maybe I have a second. Maybe I have a second guess.
Like Joey's second
God.
guess was the same as your first one.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. No. Okay, I give up.
Right. Joey's first guess was close, but I did that the first game.
Okay, I thought so.
It's in the same family. It's not Galaga. It's Galaxian.
Damn.
Galaxian, the classic game I've never heard of.
Oh, it's Galaga is basically Galaxian's sequel.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say it was a ripoff, and I'm like, ooh, somebody's getting
I
sued.
think they're from the same company. I don't 100%
man.
remember. All right, 2 more games to go. No one got points.
Rough. Oh.
A Night at Taco Bell.
You could just give me the points right now because I know I guessed right.
Okay, here's song 2.
I'm sticking with my first answer, which is probably wrong. Can't
Same.
believe I missed Donkey Kong 3.
Okay. Joey and Marty got it right on the first guess.
Yes!
This was Dig Dug.
I was like,
Tim tried to guess Dig Dug multiple times in earlier songs.
Tim, look, it's like John Cena, man. Just use the same move over and over and over.
Yes.
All right, and this is the last game. I guess I should have cut this a little sooner than that, but it's a...
Oh, gosh.
That looped more times than I remember when I did the recording.
I could still hear it. Is it still playing? Or is it just me?
No, it's just bored. It's bored its way in your brain.
Oh, God.
I'm going to have to wait for the second one.
Yeah.
All right, so no one's got a guess?
All
right, here's song 2.
Well, that cleared things up.
Not. I admit to defeat.
Yeah, this is probably one of the earlier games of the lists.
Makes
and
sense.
not Nintendo. So
my father wasn't even born when these were out. That's not true, but I had to say something.
Was born in it, molded by it.
okay, Tim and I were both around. We were 6 or 7 years old, but we were around.
6, 7?
6, 7.
I didn't do that on purpose.
I didn't know the hand movements were part of the stupid joke.
I think that the most of the joke is the hand movements. Okay, so all right, Marty has a guess. Let's see what he says.
I do. It's wrong.
Yep, it is wrong.
I'm sure. Great.
And okay, so that was Mr. Do.
I've never even heard of this.
Never.
Of course, Mr. Do. I've always seen that game and called it Mr. Doe. So thank you for.
Is he a cousin of Scooby-Doo or something?
No, it's just D-O, not D-O-O.
Mr. Do.
Yeah, I think
you?
I played the Atari 7800 version of this during my Extra Life stream.
Somewhere
that's awesome.
back in the 70s.
I didn't guess because I was so deflated from not guessing.
No, or was it the Intellivision?
I see what you did there, Tim.
What did he say?
See what you did there.
I was so deflated because I didn't guess because I missed the Dig Dug.
I got 2 points, and I'm lucky. I feel lucky for getting the 2 points. So I'm not going to chance it anymore. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's not like Jeopardy where you lose points or money. So
yeah, well, God, thank goodness, or I'd have been in the hole. I mean, like
right,
super in the
nobody
hole.
would have guessed anything.
Well,
those were good ones,
is
Jesse.
our game for the night. We are going to take a very quick break to hear about our good friends over at Manscaped.
Yes, we are. As soon as there it is. The holidays are here, which means it's time to give the gift of smoothness. Whether you're shopping for your partner, your brother, or yourself, we don't judge. Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate upgrade because nothing says happy holidays like a perfectly groomed package. From trimming to freshening up, this all-in-one grooming kit keeps you clean, confident, and ready for any festive occasion. So go ahead, unwrap confidence this season with Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com and join over 13 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Use code NINDADS, NINDADS, for 20% off your entire order. That's NINDADS at manscaped.com to get that performance package for 5.0. If I can get it out, Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. There's also the Lawnmower 5.0. And then the Weed Whacker 3.0. There's different there's other products like the Ball Aftercare, which we all have said is very, very useful, especially when you are walking around Disneyland, I'm sure. Right, Marty? So with that, give the gift of smooth this holiday season with the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. Again, get 20% off your entire order with code NINDADS at manscaped.com. And stay on top of your grooming game and be ready for anything the season throws your way.
All right, let's talk about what we've been playing.
Or timeout.
Yeah, we can do timeout. Sorry, very quickly. I was going to just include this in what I've been playing, but we'll take a timeout. I just wanted to mention that this week I was happy to receive my Kickstarter order for the hand-drawn gaming guide for Mega Man 1 from Nintendo Force and our good friend over at, I guess at his own channel, Phil Summers, who's been on the show before to talk about the book when he launched Kickstarter. If you're not familiar with Phil Summers, he did some unofficial hand-drawn guides that got him in trouble, and then he was able to turn that around into an actual paying gig in partnership with Capcom to publish this very official Mega Man 1 guide. It also includes Mega Man Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy, a little smattering of content about Wily Wars, and even if you turn to the last page of the guide, there is a tease that they are going to do Mega Man 2. And so I'm super excited for that. I was able to get the package I got came with 2 posters. It came with some exclusive stickers, including a holographic sticker and a bookmark. It's a really, really cool package. A book that's about a little bit bigger than a DVD case, hardback, gorgeously illustrated, full color pages, high quality paper. There are going to be some available for purchase. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, basically what it is it's not just a guide, it's really cool art. You're supporting someone who's very passionate about the gaming industry and has been doing some very great, good quality illustrations. He so it's not just like art of the enemies and stuff. Like if you are a person who misses instruction booklets for games, this is right up your alley. All right. It's got maps and content and secrets and like little hand scribbled notes and all kinds of things. Really just a really cool package. And so shout out to Phil and Nintendo Force and Capcom for putting this on, putting it together and making it possible. It's been a long road. I know he ran into some challenges because like every page and every image had to be translated into Japanese, approved by Capcom, and then that approval had to be translated back into English so that they could fix or okay whatever was approved. So that ate up a huge amount of time. And so hopefully they found a way to streamline that.
Sounds like a process.
But it's very, very cool. And there are going to be, again, packages available. And I think that just the book is going to be available. So if you're not interested in all the little frilly extras and stuff, but just really cool. I'm super excited. I didn't get to read all of it, but it's something I want to like take time to look over this weekend and probably play Mega Man 1 again.
Nice.
And so
I'm still waiting for my copy.
Speaking of that, let's talk about what we've been playing. Joey, on our show, guests get to go first. So what have you been playing this week?
Well, as you can see in my notes, I wrote nothing down because I forgot to write anything. So this awesome. So a lot of my time spent has been playing Metroid Prime 4. And I've also dabbled a bit in the Switch 2 port of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ubisoft sent me a code for that game. So I've been playing it here and there. I mean, they sent me it right before, the day before I played Prime 4. So I obviously haven't gotten to it much. Even with the new update, it needs some work still. Like, it's better, but it's not great. It's still not one of the best Switch 2 ports. I can't recommend it yet. But Prime 4 Beyond is the game a lot of us are going to be talking about. So, yep, I played it. I really enjoy it. Yeah, there's a whole lot to say about it. I don't know if we're going to get into that yet, but yes, I think it's, oh no, my camera, it turned off.
Oh no.
Let's fix that. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry. My camera does not have an option to turn off the sleep mode, which is really stupid. That's why I have to keep hitting that button. So I don't even know if that works, but yeah. I of course I do wish that game was better in most aspects. In some aspects, like the desert was just flat out pointless to me, just pointless padding. And I do think the maps could have been designed a little like more labyrinthian instead of like linear in that aspect. But all that and more coming soon in my review. Of course, we could talk about it more since I know other people in this call have played it as well.
Yeah, Marty, what did you want to bring up in regards to that? Since you brought up Metroid Prime 4, I know you beat it as well. I haven't. I've only gotten as far as 2 keys, and I still got 3 more to go. I spent like my last 3 hours of the game clearing out the desert that Joey just talked about.
Yes,
because I wanted to get that out of the way. I just wanted to unlock it all, clear it all.
That's the smart thing to do.
And see what was there, mark some things on there, and that's what I did essentially. And now I'm ready to start attacking the volcano. Probably is where I'll go next. So, but Marty, go ahead. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I had it on mute for some reason. Here are some things that I will say that I want to be non-spoilery. So I want to be respectful of people who are not at a point where I am. So overall, I thought it was a fun game. It definitely had a gameplay loop or gameplay that hooked me because I finished it. Let's see, it came out on the 4th, and I finished it on that Sunday. So
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, and I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons I wanted to finish it was I knew I was going on vacation for a week, and I would not get time to play it, and I didn't want to wait that long because I didn't want the discourse online to get ahead of where I was. Same thing happened with me for Samus Returns. Same thing happened with me for Dread. I was ahead of all of that. So I feel like I got the most out of it I could. But that being said, this to me has every hallmark of a game that had one direction at one time and then changed directions. And that restart did not do it any favors. So the thing that I think the biggest con for me in it is that having played through all of it and knowing the end game and all of that, this really could have been any other game from any other franchise, and it would have worked. The core gameplay is fantastic. The exploration, I think you hit the nail on the head that the areas could have been a little bit more fleshed out. It felt a lot like a Zelda game and not a Metroid game. With the areas, like, oh, now we're going to the ice place and get the key, and now we're going to this and get the key, and oh, there's a big hub world, that kind of thing. There's even a castle, which is the tower. The whole desert thing did not bother me as much as I thought it would, from what some of the people said. I had a lot of fun driving around and finding secrets, and I did not find everything. I will be very honest about that. I did not explore every hex in the desert. But at the end of the game, it was 84% item completion and 73% scan completion, and at just a little over 14 hours. And so I feel like I got my money's worth out of it, which, full disclosure, Nintendo sent us a code, but I would have bought it anyway. And I would have felt like I got my money's worth out of it because I do love Metroid. But because I love Metroid, there's some things that story-wise that made me scratch my head and left me wondering about really just gaps and holes, and I guess they're going to fill that in somewhere else, or maybe not. Just do the typical Nintendo thing and just release the next game and hope that you make it up or headcanon it. I have watched the 100% ending that you get for doing all the scans and all the items. I don't think it clears anything up. I don't think it really does a whole lot to, I guess, the rumor was, or the rumbling was, that this is the start of a new trilogy. And I hope it is, because I want more Metroid. But two, I don't think that it progressed the story all that much when it really comes down to it. And that's the part that I just kind of, at the end, I was like, I wasn't underwhelmed, but I wasn't overwhelmed either. I was just whelmed with the story, with the finished product. Would I play through it again? Absolutely, because I love the actual progression through it. It never felt. I know a lot of people were like, "Well, it feels like it's holding your hand." It didn't really.
No, it really didn't.
To me, there were a couple times I had to go, okay, I'm going to have to figure out where I go next. I'm going to have to look something up. But never a point where I got stuck. I will say I never died in the game, but I played it on. Was there? Let's see. There's a normal.
There's an easy and a normal, and then the hard mode is unlocked after completing.
I just played it on normal. I just played it on normal. I didn't die. I did get close a couple times. I did get close, very close a couple of times. The only other thing that I think could have been better about it is there are definitely, and Joey, you know this since you've completed the game too, there are definitely some bosses that it definitely feels like were meant to be fought in mouse mode for,
I guess, yeah. Because, well, the gyro controls on the Pro controller, and
yeah.
they also use you can also use the right stick too when you like lock on and aim that way.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have any problem with that, but I know what you mean about the mouse mode.
Not so much, but it just felt like, oh, that's a very specific point they're wanting me to hit that just lock it on won't do, And so it's almost like, hey, we really want you to fight this guy with mouse mode or whatever, but
you really just gotta play the game in Wii mode,
Right. Yeah. I will say despite all of my little nitpicks, I still recommend this game. I think it's perfect. A great introduction to Metroid in the next gen. So definitely.
I think that's where a lot of the issues kind of stem from, is them trying to make the first Metroid Prime game in 18 years, and knowing a lot of people are going to jump into this game having not played a Metroid Prime game before. So it is a little dumbed down in some regards, namely, and if there was one thing I wanted them to, work on more, it's the level design. Making them more like mazes than like linear paths that branch off every now and then. But I share a lot of the same issues with the story, and that's just all I'll say there without getting too spoilery. But it doesn't bother me as much because Metroid games aren't really known for their stories anyway. So it doesn't bother me as much. But I still, like, when those credits rolled, I was like, really? What? That was it? I definitely has the weakest final act out of all the Metroid Prime games, I think. But even still, I'm happy with what it does right, especially because how often do we get games like Metroid Prime? Not very often at all. Like, we don't even have, like...
That's a great point.
We don't even have clones of Prime games. I know people bring up Journey to the Savage Planet, which is not a game I have played yet, but even still, like, there's something about the Prime series of games that has not been, like, replicated. Meanwhile, we have hundreds, thousands of 2D Metroid like clones. I call them clones, but it's a genre. Yes. But like first person, like exploration based type games, like you have games that kind of get close to it, but there is no other game like Metroid Prime, and it doesn't look like that's going to change at all.
You bring that up. That's a good point actually too, because I think that's where a lot of people who are complaining are confusing it with games, first person shooters, with expecting Metroid Prime to be just that instead of just or including the exploration point part of it. Metroid is exploration. That is what Nintendo has always called it. So that is the main part of it, and that's why you got to do a lot of the scanning. You're exploring. So, and I think that's where a lot of people are failing to see or wanting to try to shoehorn Metroid Prime 4 into that first-person shooter that you can get on Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of complaints of just like, after 18 years they haven't like taken enough inspiration from other FPS games. I'm just kind of like,
no,
that's not what Metroid is.
That's true, but that's also not true in a way, because they had people come from other development companies like Halo to work on this to get some of those aspects in there.
And she has an air dash. It's fine. I do wish though. I'm already gonna sound like a contrarian for this. I do kind of wish she's had a melee counter, especially after Dread, like a melee button. She's got a big ol' arm cannon. She need to smack him, you know.
I think she didn't learn melee until later.
The nature of some of the enemies. That would have been really cool.
Some of them are just begging to get pounded.
She didn't learn melee until she returned.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So in the timeline, it's right before.
You didn't think in 5 games, hey, I can swing this big metal arm and hit things with it. Joey, did you have a favorite area of the game?
Ooh, so I wanted like Fury Green is my favorite looking area, but it's not like my favorite area because it's very small And once you leave, there's like the only reason to keep going back is to take the shortcut to the temple and redeem your and like get your shots installed by Miles and to to deposit the green energy crystals. So yeah, I feel like that was a bummer that area was not bigger because it looked like it was just a really cool area.
Did you get to look at that on a 4K screen?
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah,
Nice.
that's what I did too. Is like as soon as I was starting that game, I put it on the 4K TV and I was like, oh,
Yes,
this is beautiful.
it's so beautiful. And I played both graphics modes too. My hard mode's on performance mode, so that's
Okay.
really awesome. But I think Ice Belt might have to be my favorite one, like overall. I wish it had more like outdoorsy areas because it's mainly just a facility. But it's have you been to Ice Belt yet, Tim?
I have not yet. Like I
Okay.
said,
To
I
me,
just
that
did the
area
factory.
to me that
Okay.
area felt the most Metroidy of all of them. It felt very isolated. It felt very
Yes.
kind of tilted on the horror-esque vein, which is where
Right.
I think that Metroid's really in its wheelhouse, when it's kind of threading the needle between sci-fi and horror.
Yes.
And so I was glad to see that. I enjoyed that area a lot.
Me too. It's weird because it is like it's probably the most guilty of being on like, a straightforward path than
Yeah,
the other ones, but I feel like it works for what it's trying to do, and I'm not going to say too much about it because one of us here hasn't played that area yet.
sure, sure. Yeah. Well, I
One
can't
thing,
wait to finally be able to talk about the end of this game.
Yes.
all right. One thing I do want to mention that I have to bring up that has been talked about many times is the uh amiibo factor.
Mhm.
How do you, before I bring up my opinion on it, what do you guys feel about that aspect of it? Especially Marty, I don't think you have the amiibos. Joey, I don't know
I'm
if you
out
do or
on
not.
Amiibo,
I do.
so I can't
They're right here.
really speak to that.
Right.
So, I feel like I understand the complaints about the radio, the Viola motorcycle's radio being locked behind an amiibo. I get the complaints of that,
Mhm.
but I also feel like it's severely overblown at the same time. People are acting
Agreed.
like this is a game ruining deal when it's not.
Right.
It is not like the Skyward Sword amiibo that locks fast travel. Like it's and that fast travel's not even that effective. I know because I've played it. It's not that helpful. But even still, like it's just a radio. I know people. Some people have told me like, but with the radio, I use the radio. It really changes like the game. It really changes the pace in the desert. And I'm just like, I don't think it does. You're still doing the same like repetitive tasks in the desert. Like whether like, oh, cool, you get to listen to music while doing it. If that really bothers you, you have a phone, right? Go to Spotify or something. Like
And
if
the
it,
thing about it is that I don't think I saw get pointed out in any critique of the desert is that I never felt like I was in the desert for all that
Mhm.
long a period of time, even from point A to point B being the Volt farm or whatever.
Volt Forge. It should have been called Volt
Volt
Farm.
Forge. I knew it was F, but like that to the mines is still not all that much. If you
Mhm.
if you found some of the extra boosts and things like that, it's like I really felt like people tried to find anything they could to complain about this game.
Mhm.
It's the Nintendo news cycle, right?
It
Well, it
is.
seems like people not necessarily familiar with Metroid 2 are complaining about it. They're not familiar with that Metroid Prime, I mean. So, um, like we talked about earlier. And then for me, the amiibos to me is more or less like if you were to go to PlayStation and buy, or even if we were talking about Ubisoft's game, you were going to buy a standard version, a gold version, a deluxe version of a game, except you're doing that with amiibos. So to me, there's no difference there in that regard. You're going to pay
Right.
more for the extra content. So they did it through amiibos instead of you buying a standard version, a deluxe version, or a gold edition, or whatever you want to call it.
And I don't buy amiibos for the content that comes in
I don't
them.
either.
I don't. I just buy them because they look cool, or like I
Yes.
think they
I
look
mean, come
cool.
on. This her on the bike is
Yes,
freaking awesome. You
it
know,
is. See, I haven't gotten my Silex one yet. I haven't even picked up my physical copy of the game yet. I've just played the Australian version since, and I only have
Yeah.
like $20 left to pay for on that thing, so I need to just get it. I only have one physical Switch 2 game. I that feels wrong to me.
Yep.
I only have one physical Switch 2 game, and it's Cyberpunk.
That's the one, and I know
Yeah,
because you also
that's the one
get
I
you also
have.
get you also get codes too, so it's understandable. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I have
So,
that one, and then I got as a gift. I got the Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh
Oh, yeah,
yes.
that's
Game
cool.
And which one's that one? Right there.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D. And I would
Reversible
normally would have
cover.
yeah, reversible cover. I normally would have just gotten it digitally, but I bought the collector's edition just like you did with 3, and I also did for 7. So this came on a
Nice.
game key card, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
because I still get the loading speeds of if I bought it digitally anyway.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not like I don't hiss at people who buy game key cards. It's just like I don't like them, but I'm also not gonna light up my pitchfork or something.
Light
Okay.
up the torches.
Yes.
So anything else you've been playing? I know we kind of dove deep into the Metroid Prime 4 talk there.
Not really. There's just I'm in a mode right now where I am like if I have free time to play something, I would rather just try to work on stuff for my own channel right now because there's nothing really that's jumping out at me that
There's that
I
balance you got to do besides being a dad,
Mhm.
content creation and playing games.
Yeah, and
So, yeah.
I'm totally fine not playing games if there's nothing that like really interests me.
Yeah.
I did recently play the Tomb Raider Switch 2 version, which I also got a review code for. It's missing a lot of graphical features, but overall, I'm just glad it's a smooth like 60 frames per second all the way through. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's go to Jesse. What you been playing, bud?
Right. So I've been
Before
playing.
actually, sorry, Jesse,
ahead.
before you go, Joey, I know this is getting at the 90-minute mark, so I didn't know if you needed to jump off. And if you do,
I will
you wanna
happily
say-
listen to what Jesse has to say first, and
All right.
then I'll have to hop off. But I definitely want to hear what this man right here has been playing.
All right, cool.
Right. So I've been playing more of Dragon Quest 2. I think last time I talked about it, I was like 10 or 15 hours in. I am now like almost 50 hours in. I was not expecting this game to be this long. With the additional scenarios, additional dialogue, and the additional character. You know, Princess Akamak was in the original game, but she was just a resident of her castle and says, I wish I can get with you, but I can't. And in this game, she's like, screw that, I'm going with you. and I think she's probably one of my favorite, my favorite of the cousins. You know, she's like spunky and speaks her word. You know, speaks what she wants to say. Doesn't matter who she's saying it to. But last night I did get to the final boss and failed. I don't know if it's just a matter of figuring out a strategy, grinding a bit more, but so I am almost at the end of it. And what I'm wanting to do, may not do it right away, might be one of the things I do during the holiday break is I want to replay 3. I think it was Dukio 3 put out a video because pretty much how to build a team that's just overpowered. You know, based on so I'll kind of take notes. I'll rewatch his video, take notes, and kind of follow his guide about, you know, what attributes to put in a character, what class to put into a character, what levels to class change to get to optimize the benefits and whatnot. So I think I want to do that again. So yeah, so that's probably something I'll do during the break. Another game I started playing, I replayed, was My Nintendo Picross: The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Yeah, that was a free game back for I think 1,000 platinum points. One of the first prizes available when they introduced that program. what caught my attention was someone on a Reddit post said, "This took me way too long." Talking about what the third mode is called PICROSS. It basically starts off with an 8x8 puzzle, and then solving that. Each square from that is its own 10x10 puzzle. So it's like solving an 80x80 a little bit at a time. So it's like 50, solving 50 or smaller puzzles to put the bigger one together. And the first time through when I played it, this was 2014 when it came out. I think it took me a little more than an hour, like an hour 5, hour 10 to do the PICROSS mode. And then total to 100% everything else was about 6.25 to 6.5 hours. So replaying it now that I'm, 10 years better at doing PICROSS puzzles, the PICROSS mode was done in 45 minutes, and the entire 100% the game was done in about 5.5 hours. So I shaved off almost an hour.
Thus supporting what Marty said about you playing through a
exactly
Metroid PICROSS game.
Yes, right. I have the stats. I have the data. It's on my
so,
side.
Like I would love to see like more of that. Not just Zelda, but any of the Mario franchises. Just like I mentioned it a few weeks ago, Capcom, Jupiter put out a version of with Capcom crossover and an SNK crossover that I would love to see, like a Nintendo crossover. Sega's done them, Namco's done them, so that would be cool. And then I finally got that Intellivision Sprint that I've been talking about. I was expecting it last week on Tuesday, and I didn't get it until Friday. Last week, I did record a video of the unboxing, and I tried getting this set up, but my mic was muted, so I got no audio.
Oh man!
And so, but I did get some gameplay recorded. Excuse me. Though I don't know if it's Sprint's fault or my capture card's fault, but sometimes the audio went flaky on me. And I even noticed sometimes, even on my big screen setup, that the audio issues when I first turned the system on. But then it levels off over time. So I think it's the system more than anything else. But it comes with 45 games on system. You're able to USB load other games. So I have a bunch of homebrew games. I have a bunch of other original library games that I've acquired over the years. So I was able to put a lot of the ROMs on there so I can play all those. So it's just something I don't put a lot of time into it when I do, but I'll normally play it for 15, 20 minutes to change up playing Dragon Quest for 50 hours.
Understandable.
So, but I started getting homebrew on digital versions of ROMs so I can put them on my flash card to play. And then over the past few years, I've been getting them physically. So to put the cartridge into the original system and play it, but I can't do that with the Sprint because there's no cartridge slot. And the modern way of making cartridges, the data is encrypted, so I can't even data dump those carts into a ROM to load them on the Sprint. If I want a digital version of a game I have on cart, I pretty much have to buy it again. And I've done that once so far, thinking about maybe doing it for another game. Wasn't happy about it, but still, it's like I think Pitfall 2, the cart in box was like $50, but just the ROM itself was like 12. So it definitely is cheaper that way.
Okay.
So, but I didn't want to do it, but I did it. All right. Yeah. So that's all I got on my roster.
All right,
Very
Tim.
nice.
Oh, well,
Nice.
we'll pause right here. Joey, I know you need to jet.
Mm-hmm.
And so thank you again for joining us. Again, go follow him, Ferris Wheel Pro, on all social media platforms. Go check out his content. We're looking forward to that Metroid Prime 4 review when it drops. Please let us know. And thanks again for your time joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you guys so much. You all have a great, fantastic night.
You too.
too.
Happy holidays.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
All right.
Tim,
So
what you been playing?
what I've been playing is Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Okay. Yeah, let's both talk about this because it's going to be on my list too.
uh, we actually played it for Saturday night with the NSO crew. We got together and played that
Man, I wish I got to do
online.
that.
So it was me, Shannon, Sam, and Chris.
Cool.
We all played it and rolled credits on it. So it was a
Oh,
lot of fun.
okay.
We didn't record it or anything. It was just something we played together, and we didn't stream it, but it was a lot of fun to get together and do that. We're gonna do it again. So if we're short a player, we'll definitely let you know if you and see if you're available to play.
What are your
But yeah,
thoughts so far?
the it's a fantastic beat 'em up game. Uh, Having a pair of fighters you can switch between the two fighters, it was a lot of fun and kept you going, especially if one died, you could just help rebuild that health for that one while you were fighting the other. We played arcade mode, by the way, too. We didn't do the campaign. But it still got through a lot of that story, I guess. So I don't know what the difference is between arcade and campaign. Maybe you do. But it was still a ton of fun, especially when playing with friends. And got to see I played as Wolverine and Black Panther. Those were my two characters I got to pick. So I got to unlock a lot of the achievements for those two characters by
Cool.
playing through the story. I'm looking forward to actually jumping in and trying it out on my own to see what that campaign mode is like. But it's a fantastic game. We all played online. We're not playing local. So if anybody out there is looking for people to play, if you know people online, like in our community, got that Let's Play area, get those people together and play the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I think it's really good. Marty, what'd you think of it?
I think the sprite work and the music is amazing.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
I felt like some of the controls were a little clunky.
Okay.
So Dotemu has this, or who did this? Is it Dotemu?
I forget the
Same people who
name,
did
but
Streets of Rage 4.
yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna say they did this Streets of
They
Rage
have this
4.
really bad tendency of they're going to throw everything you can do at you within the first 5 minutes of the game. And they did it with Turtles when they did Shredder's Revenge, or it felt like they did. And then it feels like they do it with this too. Like they do a quick tutorial level, and it's like, here's 20 different button commands that you can do. Now go into stage 1. And I'm like, hold up, like I need this in chunks. I get it. I'm aging.
Yeah.
But
Power Rangers was kind of the same thing. There was a like a mandatory
it's like,
tutorial.
you can do this kind of attack with your partner, and you can call them in this way, and you can do this with them. And it's like, I'm just learning how to press the buttons. Like, I also feel like this game is designed to make you have to use your partner. Like, there's attacks that are, you have to switch, or to not, like somebody will grab you and you have to switch to the other guy, or it's like you just get overwhelmed and you have to call in your person. Well, when you do that, if it's been all thrown at you in the first 5 minutes, maybe I haven't used that in a while. I forgot that. Right.
Okay.
So I didn't think that was very helpful.
I see. I didn't experience all that bad with being in the 4-player, having other people playing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a
No,
thing
because
too.
you guys had, it was constant like action.
Right. Yeah.
But
so maybe that's part of
playing
it
as
for
a
you.
single player, and that's probably the only way that I'm going to play it. It's very obvious that this game was not designed for single player play.
Yeah.
It's like, that was like, oh yeah, we've got to.
Well, we're gonna have to get you on there to play.
I'm not.
So you can get part of the
I
group.
don't want to knock it too much because I do enjoy the game. I think it's a lot of fun, but it's very obvious that it's not meant to be single player only. The callbacks are fun. The little, like, a lot of the stuff you can do in the levels, like, environmental attacks and stuff are pretty fun. Having the gimmick of the cosmic cube or whatever being in every level, and you having to find that to like 100% it or whatever, I think that's cool as well. And having characters that you unlock along the way is a good choice too. It keeps it fresh. I have heard some people complaining that it's a little short. But I mean, isn't there going to be DLC? They've already pretty much said that.
Probably that, but there's a lot of replayability too for you to be able to unlock some of those
Sure.
achievements for each character too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And so, I mean, I think it's funny. Like if you think about like how people complain about the length of games in today's world, if games like classic beat 'em up games like Double Dragon and Final Fight came out today, people would be in an uproar. What do you mean it's only 5 stages? You know, what do you mean it's like, guys, you loved these games.
As we've been talking about with all these games, there's uproar about everything.
Yeah. It's manufacturer controversy because negativity gets clicks, but that's a whole other that's another podcast or blog post for another day. Anyway, back to you.
Yes, so it is a highly recommended game, especially either local play or even online. That's something that I think people should have on their Christmas list if they're having.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're getting one Switch 2 for the house and you got one games to play together.
You can game share this game.
Yes, even that as well. So speaking of another game that can be game shared is Split Fiction, which is what I continue to play with my friend. Although we missed the a round where we've been playing that, and so that is the multiplayer or the 2-player co-op game where you can play online, you can do game share, or you both can have a copy. But we're playing the 2 characters who are authors of their books, who are stuck in a corporate kind of like virtual reality type of thing where this corporation is trying to steal their book ideas, but these authors are trying to get out of it, and they have to, in order to get out of the simulations, they have to play through their own books essentially. But these 2 characters butt heads as well because they're 2 types of writers, 2 different types of writers. So it's a very interesting storyline too that plays along while you're playing these games. But what I've really enjoyed about playing this with my friend Scott has been just us chit-chatting while we're playing along online via game share and game chat, and Nintendo Switch too. So, he'll have his camera on, I'll have mine on. We're playing the game, we're laughing, having a good time. I can see what's going on his screen, even though you got the split screen still going on. I can still see what's going on. And then the game itself has been hilarious at times to where there's like one story where you're pigs and they're super pigs and they have superpowers. One I had could fly by farting. That was fantastic. And then the other one was just the cyber ninjas that in one of the stories that you can be, and just the way the screen and the environment moves because of one of the character's abilities to go against gravity, essentially. How the game just flips around, and so it could cause nausea for some people, but it does, there's a lot of flipping. Kind of reminds me of like what if this could have been on an SNES game, and there would have been ton amount of mode 7s on this game for the amount of movement that goes on. But highly recommended again for Split Fiction with friends or spouses, significant others to play Split Fiction together on. Another game I've been playing that we got a review code for early that I've been playing up for a long time was KIBORG. It was on Steam during Summer Game Fest, or one of the Steam Fest games for demos. I tried it out there, but we finally got a code from the publisher there that early to where I was able to play it, and finally I was able to do a video on it, which is out there, first look. But KIBORG is a beat 'em up, but it's a roguelike beat 'em up. So you can make beat 'em up runs, and you're building up your character to be able to get some, you get some money to put on your skill tree to buy some more abilities to go make another run. And I'm having a lot of fun with it because it is a beat 'em up, and you're building up your abilities where you basically change out your body parts for cybernetic parts. And there's some synergies between some of those parts that you get, and based on those synergies, you're trying to basically get out of this prison that you're in, and you got to go through each floor to get to the top level to get out of here. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely one I want to spend more time on. But of course, when Metroid Prime 4 came out, I have been trying to get that done. But KIBORG is one that I'm going to go back to and try to see if I can get off that floor and see what happens. Like if you get another prisoner who's trying to get out and try to make another run or whatever. But there's a lot of cool stuff going on with KIBORG. So if you like beat 'em ups, you like roguelikes, it's one to take a look at. And of course, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I haven't beaten it like Marty has. I've only got by my choices. I'm taking my time with it. I got through the factory, which was the first area I went to, got out into the desert and decided to spend 3 hours essentially clearing the map on the desert and finding whatever I could find there, marking it if I couldn't do it at that moment, marking it so I can come back to it, and then kind of plotting out where I'm going to go next after that, which is, like I said, the volcano probably. But I do have to say, first impressions of it so far, Metroid Prime 4 is everything I had hoped I would get out of it. I am not disappointed by anything so far. I haven't finished it though, so maybe there will be some disappointments or concerns, but right now I'm just having a blast with it.
Sounds good. So I've been playing a couple things different from these guys. Number one is I've been playing Mega Man Powered Up, which is a remake of Mega Man 1 for the PSP that came out way back in the day that added 2 brand new Robot Masters and an introductory stage. And it's all done in this cutesy chibi format. So it adds in Oil Man and Time Man, who are now canonical, I believe. And it was meant to be kind of like an introduction to Mega Man for new players. And it does some really interesting things. The stages are remixed. They feel familiar, as long as the music and the theming and even some of the scenes, but they're generally different in how you get from point A to point B. Also different is that if you defeat the Robot Masters without using their weakness, you don't destroy them. You they go offline and Dr. Light fixes them, and then you can play as them.
Oh.
So you there's 39 stages in the game, and I think that's like the different difficulty levels, because there's easy, medium, and hard. And so after you run through it with Mega Man, like whoever you defeat first, which they recommend Bomb Man first. So you beat Bomb Man and you use only the Mega Buster. The next time that you go to stage select, you can select Bomb Man and play as him. But unlike Mega Man, who's able to change all their abilities, they just have one. So it makes it a little more challenging. And so that's been real fun.
Let me ask you a question real quick on the powered up thing. So you know how people prefer, like, say, Zero Mission over the original Metroid because of it being updated and has a map and all that kind of stuff. Would you recommend Powered Up to be the go-to Mega Man 1 version, or you should go play Mega Man 1?
I still say go play Mega Man 1, and there's actually a Mega Man 1 remake that is out there. You can find on the internet in places where it's been kind of brought more into line with like the way Mega Man 2 looks and different things like that, and controls. It has some differences to it, and so it's a little more refined. I haven't tried that yet, but I still prefer the regular. This is just a neat little departure, you know. I had a PSP back in the day, and I mainly had it for this game. But it's been a very long time since PSP has been in my house, and so it was. I bought one of those, or I got a hold of one of those retro snap consoles. You know, like the little Game Boy looking thing that has all the preloaded games, and it was on there.
Yes. Okay,
So
nice.
that was the first one I went to. And there's also a version of Mega Man X that's available for the PSP that is different than, it's a little more updated than. Anyway, long story short, I've been playing that. Another one that another different version of a game I've been playing is there's a ROM hack for Super Mario Brothers that's out called Super Mario Brothers Remastered, and it is just phenomenal. It is not trying to be. It doesn't try to be like updated graphics and everything. It uses the same graphics engine, but it adds like a lot of the different, like some music tracks and things from Mario Maker. It adds widescreen to it. It's just, and it tells you at the very beginning, it's like it's not meant to be a replacement. It's a love letter to the original Super Mario Brothers. It also has 4 different playable characters. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. And what's really cool is like all of the different levels have different biomes now. So like it's not just night and day or white ground. Like the second level is a desert. Everything's been recolored. It has different music, different things like that. Bowser fight, like when you make it to Bowser in the castles, it has a different music, and it has like little 8-bit embers that are coming up from the lava and different things like that. The 4th level is a forest level now, and it has leaves falling and different things like that. So there's all these really cool little touches. Pipes are different colors. Mario, if you hold down the A button when you stomp on a Goomba, he'll get a boost, up. So, I mean, it's just lots of little tweaks. It has controller support. It supports save files. And actually, when you boot it up, you can play Mario 1, the Lost levels. There's some Japanese only versions of Mario that are in there, and there's even a level creator. So,
nice.
Been spending a little bit of time with that. But the other game I wanted to talk about I've been spending time with is Final Fantasy VII Remake INTERGRADE. With the demo is now available for Nintendo Switch 2. Y'all, you owe it to yourself to download this demo and try this, even if you're not interested in it. This is a glimpse into what competent development looks like on Switch 2, like what you can pull out of the system. And I'm not saying the other has not been competent. I'm just saying Square Enix knows what they're doing. This is an absolutely amazing port of this game. And I say that as somebody who has played through the original part of Final Fantasy VII Remake multiple times on PlayStation trying to get interested in it. I think I'm finally going to make the dive and do it here, finish the game here on Switch too. Nice. I was blown away by how good it plays. Handheld.
Do you know if the save file carries over?
Yes.
It does? Okay,
it does. It makes that very clear when you finish. Okay. So for people who've played this game or who know the Final Fantasy VII kind of plot, it finishes, you play through the first boss. So you fight the Scorpion drone and you blow up the Mako reactor and get out. And that's where it ends.
Okay.
And so it's just,
I'm gonna go download that right now. Then that was what I was wondering.
I was blown away, and
I also just triggered the download to give it the.
For those who are out there who are wondering, can I download demos on the Nintendo Store app? Yes, you can, but they're a little bit buried. So if you go navigate to Final Fantasy VII INTERGRADE or Remake INTERGRADE, under the purchase button or under the pre-order button, there's a small little red lettering that says download demo. That's what you want to click, and it triggers automatically on your Switch too. So just like buying a download on the store app. So it's definitely good. I really think that this is going to be a big hit for them.
Are you going to pre-order the pre-order edition? Like they have some sort of pre-order edition.
I already have Final Fantasy VII, the original version.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to pre-order just the regular $39.99 one.
Okay.
Or hope that we get a code.
Right. The other version get us?
Digital art book and soundtrack.
Okay.
Which are apps that are on the Switch too, which is weird. But anyway, yeah, I definitely like if you're on the fence about this game at all, it's a demo. It's free. Try it out. I don't see why you wouldn't. So yeah. Well, guys, that is all of what we've been playing. We've got quite a few questions from our community, so let's just go ahead and launch off the side into the deep end here.
All right, before I start the community spotlight, let me just clarify one thing. The limited early purchase edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is actually the same price if you pre-order it.
Yeah.
So it is the same price, and
I just don't want all the extra stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
I get it. I want the game. That's it.
Right. For
I've already bought it on PlayStation 5. I just want the game.
All right. So quick update on Extra Life. We just had Bruce finish for the Star Wars Dad his run for Extra Life, and everybody, as of today, we are at 127.2% of our goal, which is phenomenal. That means I was trying to track where we were. Let me just refresh my screen just to make sure that's the right number. $6,343.20 as a team.
Wow.
So
bravo, everybody.
Everybody did a great job. Great job, Bruce. He had to raise his goal a couple times because people just were doing fantastic and donating. So he got me his list.
I think his place of employment threw him $500 before he even started, and that was his goal.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
There were some good amounts there.
Way to go, Bruce.
So I got the list of people that sent donations to him, and so I'll be putting together the list of names to draw from. Those who, for every $10 who donated more, they'll get multiple names in that list, and then putting together what prizes are going out. And I'll get with these guys who have some of those prizes, get with these guys to mail those out. So be patient, everybody. Between this and the holidays, it's going to take some time getting those prizes out. You probably will get them in January at some point. But just keep that in mind. We are aware of everybody now who's donated and who should be getting on that list for prizes, and we'll be announcing that in our Discord and talking about it probably when we come back in our next show. Speaking of next show, by the way, we're going to do a special recording because of the holidays of our next episode. It'll be out early. The plan is to get it out on the 21st, so be on the lookout for that. And then we'll be back, it sounds like, on the 1st, right, Marty? It sounded like on January 1st.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
No rest for the weary. We're going to come back. I think episode on January 1st. Are we not going to dive straight into our 2025 game of the year and predictions?
Probably, depending on everybody. If everybody can be there, that's probably what we'll do.
Yeah. Yeah. So big shows right there.
Not predictions, but game of the year.
Game of the year.
So we haven't said it yet, but if we want the community to give us their lists, so start sending those in to me, and I'll add them. Build the spreadsheet.
Yeah, like I would say let's go ahead and say that by January 1st, you need to have your nominations for game of the year in. Are we going to do top 10 games of the year? I mean,
we just said give us a list, and
the way I normally do it is anything past 10, I just treat as honorable mention, which is still worth more than not saying it. But it's like an 11th place. But if you don't want to give me 10, you only want to give me 4, that's fine too.
There you go. If you only like 4 games this year, we want to know it. Send those over to.
I think I'm going to have a hard time with 10. I might have to.
NintendoDads@gmail.com.
Yep. Or if you're in our Discord, we have a channel under our Nintendo Dads podcast category, which is GOTY 2025 or GOTY.
Tim just made it.
Yep. So start posting your top games of 2025 there. All
Love
right.
it.
So with that, let's jump into these questions that we've been collecting over the past few weeks.
Can we do these rapid fire?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do them.
All right. Next, first up, Blazed. Do you let your loved ones get you video game gifts, or is it all the video game stuff not waiting till the holiday and you're getting it yourself now? I can't wait till Christmas to play Metroid.
Very, very few times can a game be a Christmas gift for me. It's usually gaming peripherals or gaming related adjacent things. Like, 1 year I got 12 days of Mario socks. 2 years ago, my one and only gift was Lego Bowser. And then last year, my mother-in-law got me this. I'll just show the controller. This Transformers controller, which I now have purchased a hot rod plate for.
Nice.
It originally came with Soundwave, but this was on super deep discount at GameStop over the Black Friday. So it was like $6 for the replacement.
I like that hot rod one. That is a nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a good solid controller too. The Candy Con.
Yeah.
So they can't. Usually, I get games the day they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. If people know, don't buy me games, but I've gotten controllers, I've gotten wireless accessories, and that's fine. They just know if I want a game, I'm going to already have it. Those, I'll still get a game to my kids, but the kids don't even bother trying to buy me a game, because if I want it, I probably already have it.
Yep. That's the same here, but there are, for me, a few games that I just never got around to buying for myself because I'm playing all kinds of other stuff. I would like to own it. Or it's just one, it's just like I picked something else. So I put those on my Amazon list, or I want the physical version. So I put that on my Amazon wish list. So my family will see that, and sometimes they'll get something off there, or I'll just get like Amazon credit and buy it myself. But that's the only time I get a game, is if I want the physical version, or I just never got around to buying it myself. But I'm like you guys, where it's could be anything like this, what we had in our Discord that I got, the Metroid Neon Light. That wasn't even on my list, but my Secret Santa figured it out. So I was like, yes, that's going right there. So, but yeah,
love
it. There. Koopa Kid asks, would love to hear Marty's thoughts on the new Fortnite season. Drivable robot vans, hot air balloons, and surfing.
So I haven't been able to play too much of it because Metroid Prime derailed a lot of it, and I've been playing a lot of Blitz Royale because there's a big quest line to get done in that. But so far, it's been really good. I like a lot of the improvements, a lot of the changes. I did not like the surfing at all. I thought that was pointless. But I know there's a big huge a sphere hovering over the map right now. I've not been in battle royale mode in 2 weeks, so I don't know what's going on. But I was finishing school, then we went on vacation, and my daughter had her final nutcracker and all this stuff, and so now I'm ready. I'm back. I'm ready to jump back in, and I'm looking forward to playing a lot this weekend because I'm at this really cool place right now with work where I don't I'm like Jesse and Tim. I don't have a lot to do for the next 2 weeks. I don't want to say that really loud because then something will happen. But just a lot of Fortnite. I'm going to play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that Scott Pilgrim movie that came out a few years ago, and the girl sits down and is like, "What do you play?" And young Neil is like, "Oh, that's a really hard question to answer." Yeah. That's going to be me over the next 2 weeks.
Nice. Good. Well, looking forward to hering.
But so far, I would say thumbs up for this season.
Nice.
So
yeah, looking forward to hearing your updates on that.
Yeah.
Darth Platypus asks, what are your must-do activities for the holiday season?
We have a family near us that does a huge lights display at their house. It's called the Woods Lights. We always drive over there. And our local theater, and I'm glad somebody said something about this because I need to check on this. We have a little one-screen theater here in town, and they do a week of free movies, Christmas movies for people as a gift to the community. And so we usually try to go to a couple of those. So we're going to definitely do Christmas Vacation and It's a Wonderful Life this year.
That's awesome.
And then on the other hand, those are movies that we watch every year. Like I collect all of the, I try to record all of the, or DVR all of the Christmas specials from my childhood and watch those.
Nice.
And my wife's family has this, they always had this tradition that I love, and I insist on it every year. And when we got engaged and I experienced Christmas with her for the first time, I went, wow, this is awesome. And that is Christmas Eve is always homemade appetizers and board games.
Nice.
And
that sounds like a good one to
when
have.
when we all didn't have kids, it was stay up late and,
Right,
play.
yeah.
And so now it's everybody's in bed. Some people are in bed by 9 o'clock, and like my wife and I'll always stay up and watch turn off all the lights and watch a Christmas movie or something, like just have the Christmas tree on and
nice
stuff. So yeah, family stuff. That's a big one for me this year.
Nice. Jesse, how about you? Anything that you got to do?
No, not really.
Or is it just that as it comes, you'll do it?
Yeah, there's I don't even think we really had annual activities that we did every year anyway.
Yeah.
But now definitely I don't.
Yeah, and there's gonna be new ones that you'll come up with, I'm sure.
Maybe.
That'll be fun. Maybe. Or maybe
Like
your kids will drag you out and make you do something.
I doubt it. We are planning on meeting. And the kids will be here Saturday after Christmas, because my oldest daughter's got to drive up from, I don't remember the city, Southern Missouri, so it's like a 3-hour drive.
3-hour tour.
Yeah. So she'll drive up Saturday morning, so she'll be here Saturday afternoon, and I'm not sure how long she'll be staying. We're pretty much doing the same schedule that we did for Thanksgiving. Okay. So we'll probably do, food, probably some board games, definitely a gift exchange.
Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of in that cusp of things. There's some things we still do, and then there's some things that'll probably change because the kids are older now. And then it will change even more because of, whatever they decide to do, when they're in their 20s and 30s. But the main things that we get to do now that come to mind that are must-dos is we spend some time with our close family friends once every year, where we help them make peanut butter balls for their family. They need extra hands one year, and they like to tease me about how I kind of like jokingly forced myself into the helping them make the peanut butter balls because I really like the peanut butter balls. But it's now become tradition to where we help them make the peanut butter balls, which is they make the peanut butter balls themselves, and then we come in, and myself, the kids, and the other family members come in and help dip those balls in chocolate. So and then we get to have a little bit before we leave. So that's a fun tradition that we've been doing for several years. And then the other one that we've been doing since when the kids were younger and my wife was working second shift during the afternoons, even on Christmas Eve. One of the things that I did was take the kids to Bob Evans on Christmas Eve to have like a Christmas Eve dinner, because none of our families were doing anything. We just go there and have dinner. And now that my wife doesn't work second shift, now she's joined in on that tradition, and we go to Bob Evans every Christmas Eve and have a Christmas Eve dinner. And it's been a tradition we've been holding for longer than I expected. So
one thing we started last year that I hope is going to become a tradition, because I've heard we're doing it this year, is to do a to do a Christmas morning breakfast and not do like a big Christmas meal.
Yeah.
We might just have sandwiches or leftovers or something. Or some people go to Chinese on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Or
KFC.
another thing my wife's family did for several years is, they all like to go see a movie on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That
Yes,
afternoon.
I've heard that
Get
too.
out of the
That's
house,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all have, I know you mentioned peanut butter balls. Do you have any other foods that are have to Christmas foods? Because I do.
What is yours?
So sausage cheese balls and
Okay.
Chex Mix, homemade Chex Mix. And I don't really think, to me, that's about it. Like those two are pretty big. And like the last few years, we've done a pretty big charcuterie board,
Nice.
with different things. And I don't know if we'll do that this year or not, but for me, those two in particular
Nice.
are like, they make me think of Christmas.
For us, the holiday thing that my wife makes the most is Mexicali dip. So we always bring that and some tortilla chips, and that's always around the holidays, including Thanksgiving. And then the other one around Thanksgiving is the cornbread casserole, which is really good too.
Okay.
So, and I think she does the cornbread casserole for the Christmas sometimes too. But anyways, yeah, they're really, it's just more of like the family thing, like you brought up, and then those other events. So I think we're all looking forward to the holiday season for sure.
Yeah.
And then the other thing too is sometimes it's not something we do every year, but we do like to drive around and see everybody's lights, holiday lights too. So kind of like what you were talking about, Marty. All right, it's Christmas 2035 from Koopa Kid. He asks, "What are you hoping the video game industry looks like? Are consoles still around? Are you hoping what are you hoping is underneath your Christmas tree to open and play with the grandkids?" And he says, "Merry Christmas, Nintendo dads and the whole community." So, what do you see in 2035 under the tree?
Let's see, it's 2025 now. It's 10 years from now.
Yeah, we'll probably be in a world of everything's streaming on a subscription service. So there's not going to be a lot of actual game to gift, but I imagine there'll still be accessories, controllers, because that's never going to go away.
So that would be Switch 3, right?
Maybe even 4.
Maybe even 4, right?
Or some other pillar that they've introduced. The Virtual Boy 2.
Nintendo Swap.
Yes. Or Virtual Boy 2. Where we finally get Nintendo's virtual system.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, Monster Hunters Blanc asks, "Do you miss the trending friends section on Switch 2?
No, because I didn't even know that was an existing thing.
Yeah, I didn't know it was not there on Switch 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I don't miss it.
Mecha Dragon asks, "With the RAM and memory shortage going on now and a lot of gamers feeling priced out on updating their PCs or consoles, do you think game companies are going to do their best now to try to have their games start being less demanding? If they make it too demanding, no one would be able to play it."
So
I don't know if they would want to make it less demanding, would they?
Well, the current generation's specs are already set. Yeah, they're not going to make a dumber down version of a console with less RAM. But
that's right.
So this isn't going to impact, other than the potential of price going up. This generation is this generation. What this might do in next generation is limit the RAM. They might stay at 16 gigs instead of going to 32. I don't know. I don't know what the current generation has off the top of my head.
12. I think Switch 2 has 12, but I don't know what PlayStation.
Right, but I'm thinking about Xbox and PlayStation. I don't know what they have either. But they may limit on how much they go up, which would then limit what the new generation can do. Which then you ask the question: do we even need a new generation?
Yeah.
Because each generation said, 3 to 4, yeah, you can tell a bump, but it was definitely less than 2 to 3. Thinking in PlayStation numbers, and then 4 to 5, also, yeah, you can see a bump, but it's still each bump is getting less and less significant.
I think it's going to slow down iterations of consoles. Definitely, you're going to see this impact there. But my thought when I first read this question was it's going to be interesting to see what budges first. Is AI production and stuff going to slow down because of this? Or generation going to slow down because of this? Are they going to back off, or are other things that need RAM going to back
like
off?
the whole NFT thing, when that finally crashed and
Yeah.
burned forever, AI might as well.
It might because of this, and I hope it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when my son's starting to build, he wants to build a new PC, so he's been slowly buying parts. I think the only thing left is the case and the graphics card. I think he has almost everything else. When he bought RAM, he bought 64 gigs of RAM. I think it was like $500 or so when I bought that RAM for my current machine. I bought that almost 3 years ago now. When he bought it, it was actually marked at $900, and then on a Black Friday sale, it was discounted down to $450.
Oh my
So
gosh!
he ultimately paid a decent price for it, but had to do it on a 50% off sale because $900 is ridiculous.
It is.
That's
stupid.
Last time I was at Micro Center, they had 5080s and 5090s in stock for graphics cards, and I thought I bought my 4090 when it was new for like $1,600 and thought that was a lot. But the graphics cards now, the 5090s, depending on the manufacturer and how much extra stuff's in it, ranges between 2,500 and 3,500. I'm like, I saw that, and I'm like, that is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Most people don't like to spend $1,000 for their entire PC, much less a single part. And now you have to spend $3,000 on a part.
Yeah.
Right. Next question. The Jiggy Collector asks, what items would you change in Mario Kart World? Or any new items that could be used? I think a mortar type weapon that would send bombs into the air would target players. What do you think?
I would like to see some more integration of some of the newer, or some more suits, I guess. And like, Mario, each new Mario game has always had different suits. I'll tell you one that would be wild. I don't know how they would do it, but it would be awesome if there was a Cappy item that would let you control an opponent for a short period of time.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Like it does the exact same moves that you're doing. So it might not make
or
sense.
you become them. Like you become them, and I don't know how it would. Again, there's a lot to track there.
Yeah.
It'd probably be like a tether,
interesting
so
that
the two cars attached to each other, and you control both.
Yeah.
In one.
Yeah. A magic wand, like I know KMX thing is kind of like that, but like, magic wands were a big deal in Mario 3.
Okay.
The
That's a good
rock
one.
suit from Galaxy.
Some good stuff there. Any other weapons? That's good. All right. Gamer Nerd 78 says, I hope you had the opportunity to submit Bidet Man as a robot boss to the new Mega Man game for 2027.
I have not submitted Bidet Man yet, but we'll get on that this weekend. It has to have a hose attachment, so I guess there it fits right in. There you go.
There you go.
We'll see what we can do.
And David Buleka asks, Christmas is a magical time of year. If you had a magic wish to have any video game related item, console, game, etc., and any preferred gaming setup location. Open it up brand new and spend a few hours with any friend, family, video game creator, or personality in that space. What and who would that be? For example, I would love
That's
to
a
be
lot.
back in my parents' bedroom, wood paneling and all, and open and hook up a brand new NES to our old 21-inch tube TV through RF connection and play Solemn's Key with my dad at Christmas. Curious to hear what your gaming wish would be. Thanks, and hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I have one that I have a picture of, actually, because that's the first thing that came to mind, especially when he said wood paneling. My grandparents had, again, I grew up on the 5200 first before anything else. So they got a 5200. My mom and dad got a 5200. But I loved playing pole position and football at my grandparents' house in their wood paneling family room or living room on the big old red couch that I used to love sitting on. That would be it. But I would take that, but also I would love if they were still around for me to share video games as they are today, because they are the reasons why I got into video games, because they were the reason they got the 5200, which ended up being what we got. So I would love to be able to talk video games with them.
Oh gosh. Man.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about my mother. She's the one who got me into games. She was the gamer growing, when. So I think she would have been in her young 20s when she bought the Intellivision for the first time. I would have been 5 or 6 years old. First playing it, and so that's what got me into gaming. So as for the item I'd want to play, I would probably, I still want to have it played on a CRT TV, but I would want to have like an original, or not an original, a modded Famicom that could use updated RCA graphics or inputs instead of requiring RF to get a little bit better quality, but it's still that cathode ray tube technology involved. So playing the games would still be lag free, and you'd still be able to play Zapper games on it and stuff.
Nice.
And then I would,
my grandma had a Game Gear.
Yeah. Anyway, so to be able then to use the Famicom disk system and have access to that library along with it. I have a Famicom and a Famicom disk system, but it's not modded. In fact, I thought I ordered a mod kit for it, and then never showed up. So I don't know if I got scammed or
you got to look into that one.
I ordered it before I moved, so I don't even know where I ordered it from again. So I may just have to order another one.
Wow. Did you think of anything, Marty?
Yep. Yeah. Christmas of 1988. I came downstairs on Christmas morning, and there was a Nintendo Entertainment System with the power pad and the original gray zapper, not the orange handled one.
Yeah, I had a gray one.
Mario, and the other game that my parents got me was Karnov.
Oh boy, that was a rough one.
It had Mario, Duck Hunt, and World Class Track Meet, or whichever one was the third packing game on cartridge. And I just remember my dad taking it upstairs to my room and setting it up on the 15-inch TV or however big it was. Maybe it was 20 that I had up there, and turning it on for the first time. I want to go back to that moment. That's yeah. I want to that morning. I want to do that again.
That's a good one.
Even though it took him what it felt like forever to set that up.
Right.
Like now, I'd be like, just thank you for buying it for me. I'll take it from here.
Yeah.
That was back when you still had the thing you had to screw into your cable line
RF
into,
switch.
and
the antenna switch.
Well, no, this was like it wasn't a switch because you had to. It was like a gray box, and it screwed into the TV, and then the cable came into that, and then there was the red and yellow.
But yeah, the NES RF switch switched it automatically. It wasn't a physical switch.
That's one. Okay,
but it still did the same.
Like
if you had the Atari or the Intellivision, and you had the physical box.
Nobody today, no kids today. You know what's wrong with kids today, and here's what it is. Nobody has to put it on channel 3 to play a video game.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah, switch
and that's
source.
the problem.
Or in the case of my Famicom, 95.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so, man, that first weekend or whatever, first few days of the NES, right there in that moment.
Yeah,
Nice.
One of the reasons why I wanted the RF mod, or the RCA mod, so I don't have to deal with channel 3 anymore.
Yeah. That was a good question. Good question.
That is a good question and a good one to end it on. That's
it.
it.
And so we're going to end the show right here. Thanks for listening to episode 558 of Nintendo Dads. Thanks to our guest Joey Ferris for being on earlier, and for all he brought to the show. And a huge thanks to our Patreon producers as we close out the show: Dave Ernsberger, Jacqueline Amira, and an anonymous Patreon producer, as well as 100 plus other friends of the show. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So thank you so much. If you're a Twitch subscriber, YouTube subscriber, Twitch follower, whatever you are, X, you listen to the audio version, whatever, we love you and we're thankful for you. We hope that you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Happy New Year as we finish out 2025. Again, remember, our next episode is going to be on the 1st of January. Tim's going to do a little mini-sode in between here and there. But our next full episode is going to be January 1st. So don't forget about us. Be sure to tune back in as we talk Game of the Year 2025 and lots more on that very first episode of 2026. You can check us out in the meantime over at nintendodads.org for our family of podcasts and other podcast recommendations, YouTube videos, tweets, all our social media, and Nintendo Dads merch. You can still get it. You won't get it in time for Christmas, but you can still get it. And speaking of getting it, if you want to get it, head over to manscaped.com and get 15% off your Manscaped order. Actually, I think it's 20%. Use the code NINDADS. That's NINDADS. Get yourself something nice. Treat yourself and treat those that will see yourself over at manscaped.com. Email us at nintendodads@gmail.com or call in and leave a voicemail at 929-25-NDADS. That's 929-256-3237. Big thanks to OC Remix for the music we use throughout the show. And remember, wherever you download us in your podcatcher of choice, your audio version, our audio people out there, please leave us a 5-star review and some comments, some written words, whatever ranking system they use. Do that thing and make sure we're at the top of it. It pushes us up the charts, helps people find the show. And it just, I can't say this for sure, but you get points for doing that. Life points. You go up a level in experience when you share the show. Yeah, I love it. Good stuff. Well, guys, for me, for Tim, for Jesse, and for Justin, thanks for all you've done for us in 2025. We so appreciate you as a listener and supporter of the show, and we hope you have a very happy holidays. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Nintendo Dads.
Do you know who I am?